I don't know about you guys, but I think it's finally time the one, the only Kaceytron gets her standalone video, because I've never fully dedicated a video to mostly her. It's always, yeah, we're gonna talk about her, but first let's talk about Denims, Frogan, Hamas, Piker, and others. You know, a lot of other people come to mind, but those are kind of like the first ones, right? And then if we have time, we'll talk about Kaceytron, because out of everyone, she's like the most irrelevant. No one really cares for her, but I woke up today willing to take a risk, all right? Dedicate a video to mainly her and her stupidity and the crash out and her playing the victim even further, and then play the guys I used to be homeless card because I guess she wants empathy, sympathy for us. Spoiler alert, it ain't gonna work, little bro. Very quickly before we get into it, my evil twin has kidnapped me and told me to tell you guys to plug his channel on the main channel. So in case you guys don't know, I do have an evil twin. We've been dropping a lot of bangers, truth be told, so make sure you check it out. It's in the description below and pinned comment. Go check it out. Extra content. Now that I've been freed for plugging his shitty fucking channel, now we can get into it. So really quick, in case you guys don't know, Kaceytron is one of the people that is currently being sued by Ethan Klein. One of them is Frogan and Denims, and I think someone else, but I'm pretty sure it's those two plus Kaceytron. I mean, if we look at her GoFundMe, it's raised close to 50k, which is quite surprising to me, considering I guess she's the least relevant out of the three. This shocked me. And this is how pretty much everything got started. Ethan Klein claims Kaceytron offered him a settlement of $17,000, which he rejected. Kaceytron, you've raised $44,000. You offer me 17k. That leaves 27,000. It's like, yeah, she just wants to pay very little and keep the rest. Okay, sure. I don't know. Is that even legal? Under no circumstances have you paid your lawyers $27,000. What were you planning on doing with the remaining money? Try to catch a pay date. I rejected her offer, obviously. Now, Mr. Klein, I could tell you what she wanted to spend her money on. More drugs. Because she's a druggie, drug addict, whatever you guys want to call it. And it's like, if you want to do that, go right ahead, right? I'm not judging anyone. This is a judgment-free zone, all right? Everyone is welcome. But how are you going to be begging for money yet still spend money getting high? It's like, so are you broke, or are you selectively broke, or are you that much of an addict that you can't stop buying weed even though you're broke? Which, yeah, that makes you an addict. Guys, I'm so broke and I can't eat and I need a GoFundMe, but I'm still gonna spend money on weed and Labubu's. Got his and her Labubu's for me and my man. How are you broke begging for money yet you still have time to go on a little vacay and get Labubu's? It's like, I see you spending your GoFundMe money quite wisely. Paying lawyers, maybe get a better settlement. Fuck that. Let's get some fucking Labubu's, matcha, and Dubai chocolate. And Labubu Dubai chocolate, right, guys? Because that's where I need to spend my money, obviously. What the fuck? And then this was pretty much what inspired me to make this video. It says, I'm gonna try and not break down while reading this, guys. It's quite emotional, so hopefully you bear with me here. I come from poverty, drug abuse, and domestic violence. Okay, I was gonna say a joke, but let's just be real for a second. Let's be humane for a second, all right? I've had firearms pointed at me for defending my mother from abuse. Privileged people like Ethan/AB will never know the violence of poverty. Okay, now I really want to make jokes about this. What Ethan is doing with his millions is class warfare to silence criticism discussing. All right, brokey, shut your bitch ass up. Playing this whole fucking victim character like, oh no guys, I used to be poor at some point and poverty, and I'm getting bullied by this multi-millionaire who's bullying this small streamer. Well, if you didn't want to end up in that situation, you could have been smarter and actually not fuck around and find out. I don't know how that's shocking. And it's like Ethan and Ela were broke before. I remember very vividly, there was this story about how they went to a grocery store and they were gonna make something and they couldn't afford I believe it was a bell pepper, and they had to put it back, and that was like an awakening for them. Like, why are people acting, and by people I mean by Kaceytron and others, why are people acting like Ethan and Ela were Nepo babies and they've been multi-billionaires their whole life? That is not the situation. Ethan and Ela have faced very hard financial times. I don't know if it's the same poverty that Kaceytron has faced, but it's like, yeah, we know. But it's like this comment, this little speech about, guys, I come from poverty and drug abuse. It's like, okay, well, that's on you, and you're 40 years old. You can fix that, all right? Stop blaming everyone else for your problems that you might have. It's like, sure, when you're a little kid slash teen slash maybe early 20s, it's like, sure, I mean, that's kind of like the life you fell into. But if you're 30 or 40, you gotta stop blaming your parents and actually do something with your life. I don't know. I can't imagine being a failure in life and blaming my mom for not giving me something that I wanted when I was a little kid because we were poor. It's like, come on. Sure, that applies if you're a little kid, but when you're 40 like Kaceytron is, it's like, you gotta grow up. You gotta stop begging for money and you gotta do something with your life, all right? Stop trying to play the fucking victim. Guys, I used to be poor. Well, womp womp. I don't know what to tell you. It's like, womp womp womp. I don't care, little bro. You're 40. Do something with your life instead of smoking weed and stealing people's content. It's like, I don't know, maybe if you change that, your life might improve. Worth considering, honestly, instead of begging for people to give you money. And then she replies with the story of Ethan that I just told. Can you guys please spare me from hearing about Ethan and Hila's story of having to put the pepper back? This is literally regular life for 90% of people. The fact that they retell this story as some big life trauma just further shows their privilege. I mean, you might have been broke, but you haven't been broke like me. It's like these people constantly move the fucking goalposts so they look more like the victim. That doesn't invalidate their story. Like, are they supposed to suffer more just because you suffer more? I bet if Ethan said, well, yeah, you know, when I was a little kid, 2 of my dogs got killed and I was very sad, and then my mom wouldn't let me get a new one. She would come on here and say, well, that's just average for 80% of the people. You know, I had 3 dogs be taken from me and killed in front of me, so you don't know anything about suffering. It's like, what the fuck? Kaceytron, where's your empathy for the bell pepper story, all right? Classic, bring family into the situation. All I can say from now on is good luck, Kaceytron. And I forgot I left a comment. This person said, come from poverty. Bro, you're still there. Was there any point in your life when you weren't a victim? That's what I want to know. All I know this woman for is smoking weed, getting high, being a horrible person, and playing the victim. That's literally all she's known for. And of course, I had to leave something because I just found this way too funny. I said, LOL, imagine being broke. You deserve this. Was that kind of mean? Nah, I mean, I don't care. This person says comedy. And it's a tweet by the Jom House, and it says, you could be a victim of childhood abuse slash trauma and still be an asshole as an adult. They are mutually exclusive. This is literally just a sneaky reply towards Kaceytron. This is exactly the type of woman she is. Guys, at some point, I was homeless. Guys, at some point, I faced poverty. Please feel bad for me. I want you guys to feel bad for me because... I don't know, you should. Once again, I ask this, how are you broke, yet you have money for fucking Labubus and Dubai chocolate, dude, and boba? It's like, the GoFundMe is being used greatly, guys, alright? Now, do I care that she comes from poverty, drug abuse, and domestic violence? I don't care. People have it worse, Kaceytron. Compared to you, you had it pretty nice, alright? If we're gonna use her logic and her same talking points, this is nothing compared to what people in third world countries go to, alright? This is nothing to kids who are constantly at war, alright? This is nothing. You lived in America, you privileged bitch. I mean, it's extremely easy to apply that logic towards her, alright? So no, I don't feel bad for her. I don't care. And then the tweets continue from her. You aren't going to throw in my entire livelihood with lawsuits and just get away with it, Ethan Klein. I'm going to expose the suffering that you're making me. An innocent white woman. Go through every step of the way. I bet she felt like this typing this. Please tell me this is satirical. I think it is, right? This is something that I would type. I'm an innocent white person. How dare you, sir? It's like, bro, shut up. Please stop. This is embarrassing. Don't you have a kid to take care of or a blunt to smoke? Let me get this. Ethan Klein announces that Olivia will be taking the mental health break from the H3 podcast amidst the drama. And we got an update about the situation a few hours ago. And yes, Kaceytron is involved. Just trust the process, guys.
Especially Olivia, who's said she's on a mental health break, who quit the show, which is what you fucking scumbags wanted. And that's not enough?
Right.
I thought quitting the show was what made them all saintly. Made them all like, oh, great. Yeah, she's one of the good guys now. No, of course, it was never going to be enough.
Yep.
Now, I get it. Everyone is different. Not everyone could tolerate the same amount of criticism slash hate. And this is not to shit talk Olivia by any means, right? No hate towards anyone except Kaceytron, because fuck that bitch. But I think when you do this kind of stuff, in my opinion, when you quit because the enemy wants you to quit, they win. All right, don't give them that power. I would have stayed on and thrown more shots at whoever directed them towards me, right? But that's me. Not everyone's built the same. Everyone's different. Everyone has a different level of the amount of backlash slash hate slash criticism they could get. Now, once again, I would have never left the show. I don't care what random losers, and by random losers I mean people like Frogan, Denims, and Kaceytron here. It's like, once again, speaking from my point of view only, if I get into drama, I will never quit, because at that point you're giving them ammunition, and on top of that, it's like, I'm not gonna lose, all right? I'm just not gonna lose because some internet drama by a fucking drug addict. Yeah, dude, I mean, if I lost that battle, I would have to rethink my whole life. How did I let a junkie fucking beat me at this? You know what I mean? And the last Kaceytron tweet we got before she passed out from all the drugs she's been taking, she responded to the video that we just took a look at and says, "My prayers and manifestations seem to be paying off." Okay, good on Olivia. I hope she gives herself grace on this path to a higher self. She's still a young woman. Take it from me, Olivia, a 34-year-old woman. Trust your inner voice. I know it was calling out to you these last years. Learn from this. And then she gives a whole witchcraft thingy, which I don't know how many of you guys out there believe in this kind of stuff. I don't believe in cards. I don't believe on anything. Not to sound corny, but I don't believe in stuff like this to help you out. I don't believe in voodoo dolls. I don't believe in cards. I don't believe people could put spells on you. And if that was the case, I would have been dead like 2 years ago. I don't know if I want to get into that, but I used to know someone who would do this kind of stuff. Not this insane, but was kind of into all of this, and we didn't end in the best terms. And all I know is that a voodoo doll would have been made on me. The cards would have preyed on my downfall, and I would have died in a fucking car accident, or my voodoo doll would have been picked in the fucking head, and I would have gone headshotted. I don't know. It hasn't happened yet, so maybe it's still a possibility, but it would have been done at this point. A fucking sense voodoo doll would have been made, and I would have been fucking dead like 2 years ago. So do I believe in this? No. Do I believe in anything, period? No. I believe you are responsible for your faith. I don't hold faith in cards. I don't put faith on strangers. I put faith in myself and myself only. And I know that might sound like, you know, I'm a fucking Sigma wolf, but I mean, it is the truth. I've made things happen in my life. I don't sit around, wait for shit to fall on my lap. I wish that was what could happen. It will be a lot easier. But my whole mentality has been, I am responsible for myself. No one else is. I'm not a little kid anymore. I make my own luck. I don't depend on a higher power to make shit happen. I just do it myself. And that's just the way I've been since I was a little kid. Once again, that's just my way. No disrespect to anyone that believes in this or is religious or anything. But in my life, in my situation, everything that's happened, good or bad, has been because of me. I don't shift blame to higher power, or yeah, this is the plan that they wanted for me. It's like, but that's just me. And why am I saying this? Well, because Kaceytron is using these cards. Which ones are these? I don't know if they look familiar, but I mean, I just don't believe in this, and I don't believe this whole argument was done in good faith. It's like, it's fucking Kaceytron. She was probably high out of her mind reading this, and on top of that, I guarantee you this room smelled fucking horrible. I mean, Kaceytron is in there. I guarantee she just looks like she smells like shit 24/7. Then you have the weed going, and then you have whatever scent to light these cards up. It's like, I'd rather be anywhere else than be in the room where these pictures were taken. But anyways, that's enough of the Yappuccino for today. Oh, very briefly, very quickly, I should probably talk about this since it's related. I don't care. This will be a rare Elon W. If Elon Musk gets Hassan banned, I will buy a Tesla. That'd be hilarious if fucking Hassan gets banned because of Elon. And as a matter of fact, didn't he tag Jeff Bezos twice on Twitter so he could ban Hassan? Hassan claims he's been banned on Twitch more than your favorite edgy streamer. Me when I'm delusional.
Also, once again, I've been banned more times than all of your favorite fucking edgy streamers. So that's what's hilarious about this process, where people will be like, you just get slaps on the wrist. Bro, I get banned more than your favorite fucking gamers that love using gamer words and shit, okay?
Cap. LSF pointed out that one of Tectone's bans was as long as all of Hassan's bans combined. So he got banned 4 times. He got banned for 7 days twice. He got banned for 24 hours. Never mind, 23, my bad. And he got banned once 4 times and you got the bare fucking minimum, dude. It's like, wasn't Tectone banned for 2 weeks, 3, and that was once. Hassan, me calling your your lord friend Jabba the Hutt fat got me banned longer than you've been banned on your history on this platform. STFU, fraud, base Tectone? I don't know. Do I want Hassan banned? Yes, I think he needs to go. I think bro has gone too far. And just because I haven't talked about Hassan doesn't mean I don't know what he's been up to. I know the kind of stuff he's been doing since the stuff that went down a few days ago, like, and everything else he's ever said. It's like, do I think he should be banned? Yeah, absolutely, 1000%. We got AB responding to Kaceytron saying, sorry this happened to you. Once again, this is in response to her being like, yeah guys, I come from poverty, womp womp womp. I don't care. Maybe that's mean, maybe that's a little cold, but I don't care. Everyone fucking struggles too fucking bad. It's like, why are you acting like you're the only person to ever live through poverty or drug abuse or domestic violence? It's like, you're not special, all right? There's people that have gone through this exact same thing, if not worse, and have made it, all right? And they don't need to beg for money online. Unlike you are a loser and you're lazy and you are stinky, Kaceytron. Anyways, going back to what AB said, I believe the one time I spoke about you, all I said was that you were funny. All right, bro. I'm so sorry for my vile attack. That's the thing. Like, people are so nice to these fucking freaks. And it's like, no, you shouldn't be nice to them. They're unhinged. But anyways, that's as much as I could take. I am a hater, but even hating gets tiring. Truth be told, a lot harder than a 9-to-5 job. But anyways, with that said, what do you guys think of this situation? If you're praying on Kaceytron's downfall like I am, make sure you drop a like with the praying emojis. Can we get praying emojis in the chat, guys? Also, drop a like. Every like this video gets is a praying on Kaceytron's downfall. And make sure you subscribe. And if you don't subscribe, I'm gonna do a fucking voodoo doll of you and I'm gonna pray on your downfall. But anyways, with that said, I'm out. Bye.